Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Skillset Live. My name is Jason Elswarro, the editor of Skillset Magazine, and of course, I'm always here with my co-host Ben Turpek. What's up, Ben?
Dude, I'm here.
Are you ready?
And I'm ready.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I was thinking going into this week, I don't want to say, I'm excited, glad to be here. I was thinking, dude, I'm here. And I'm glad to be here.
Oh.
How about that?
That's good, man.
Is that a good response?
I like that. I'll make a t-shirt out of that shit.
Yeah.
We're not alone.
We are not alone.
Yeah. It's for those who are watching this, obviously, on YouTube, because now we are streaming everything on YouTube, right?
We are.
It's not the best. We're still fucking figuring out the camera systems and all that stuff. But if you want to actually see us in our glory and beauty, then yeah, jump on over to the Skillset Magazine YouTube show, or what is it, channel? Yeah,
I've been getting a lot of DMs and emails about, I can't find you. Skillset Magazine.
Skillset Magazine.
Skillset Magazine.
What else would you fucking type in?
It seems pretty
Don't
safe.
type in, like, teens with toys. Don't type in, old timers. Just type in Skillset Magazine.
Well, we're here once again with two guests. We had to squeeze them together for the camera this time, man. So to my immediate left is Jason Burton, Heirloom Precision. No stranger to the podcast. No. And of course, right to his left is Brady Miller from Monkey Edge.
Hey, no. Damn glad to be here.
Yeah. You guys don't know what you're getting into today.
Dude, I'm glad to be here.
Oh. Was I supposed to acknowledge that?
No.
Dude, I'm glad to be here.
Oh, you're just, I see what you're doing. You're doing a bit.
They call that a callback, Swar.
Oh.
Calling. Keep up, dog.
I got you.
Hey, come on, they're new to this podcast thing. This is episode 71.
If you guys haven't, it is episode 71. And actually, someone wrote me, like, you guys totally blew it on episode 69. I'm like, oh, fuck, who did we fuck it up with? I'm like, oh, that was Ice Road Trucker. I'm like, why? Like, you should have had a porn star, like Ron Jeremy. I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. All right. Nice. Well, that was good.
That was deep. All right.
I don't know who it was. I think it was my mom who said that. Anyway, but
yeah, way to go, mom. That's good three-dimensional thinking, as my comrade Brady likes to say.
If you guys have been like, hey, we haven't heard Brady and Jason in a long time, you're totally wrong. That means you have not subscribed to our premium content, because our last two premium episodes have been you guys.
Yeah, and like, featured you. It's cheap at twice the price. What are you guys doing not subscribing? Get on it.
Right? It's $1.99 a
cheap
month.
at twice the price.
Take
it out of your wife's Starbucks fund.
Oh,
ain't that the truth?
Ooh, Starbucks ain't even open. They're doing sensitivity training.
That rolls deep on both our ends.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, then. Yeah. So, look, you guys are coming in. We're gonna ambush you on this one, and we're all pretty much, I say, on one side of the spectrum. I mean, we may, when it comes to let's say politics or just average everyday beliefs,
Sure.
on how, right? Is that what I'm looking for,
yeah.
Ben? Right? And someone was telling me the other day, it was like, hey, you get an argument with a liberal, right? How much of a waste of time that is, because, well, I'm not a liberal, one. And two is, they're not going to listen to you, right?
Right.
You can pitch all day long on, hey, this is this is that, and they're going to come back and say the same shit. It's like a liberal trying to change my mind. It ain't going to work, right? But I never look at the other side of the coin. You know what I'm saying, Ben?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like my whole life, I just want to eat carrot cake, and then one day I have cheesecake, and I'm like, shit, this shit's pretty good.
Well, okay.
But let's be not better than carrot.
Well, I mean,
let's
not go better.
Yeah, okay.
But it's good. I'm willing to accept, that side of the argument is what I'm saying.
Ben's open to new things.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
personally, I can be bought.
Oh,
I'm open to new things as far as that goes, because I'll take bribes.
Well, look at that.
It's cool in the game.
So I was like, hey, fuck it. Let's do this. Ben started. I actually went through, and because I want you to play today, Ben.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll try and do better than I did last time.
You always do good, man.
I don't know. I fucking feel like I got a redemption coming today after that Jeopardy shit.
Yeah, no, you fucked that up, man.
That was not my best showing.
Once again, if people are like, what Jeopardy? Well, go to our premium content, and we had a whole podcast called Idiot Jeopardy, and it's fucking hilarious.
I don't want to spoil it for people who have yet to buy it, but I won.
Oh!
Asshole. Spoil it, I'm just saying.
Oh, damn.
So what we're going to do today, I'm going to pick a person in this crowd of 3 people or 4 people, whatever.
Sure.
And I'm going to give you a topic, okay? You are going to play public defender. right? The worst job in the fucking history, right? Especially, I can't imagine being a public defender. First off, those, hey, listen, you're up today. Your guy is a child molester, and you're like, okay, now I got to go defense on this guy. You know what I'm saying? Which you're fucked, right? So
Brady, you can have that one.
I'm just saying. I don't know if that's even one of my topics, but So I do have. So I come up with some topics that are just. To me, I think all of us would be like, it's almost not impossible to defend, but it's going to get some deep down. And while one person is defending it, we're going to eat you alive. How's that?
All right.
Now, I will put a time limit on each topic, all right? You can only get beat up for so long. Or maybe you might sway me and turn me over to, turn us. Oh, maybe I'm the judge? I don't know. Anyway, I should have thought this out a little bit more. But anyway, so we'll do like a 5 minutes from fucking time I say go to the time we need to switch to the next topic.
All right.
So let's start easy. How about this?
Okay.
And Ben, I'm going to start with you. Just be a guinea pig, right? So Jason and Brady can actually get to figure out what the fuck we're doing here.
You're like the test dummy.
That's fine. It sounds familiar.
Nah, I would say test
that
dummy.
episode was free.
You're more of the yeah, that was nice. I think you're more of the example, lead by example. Okay. And I'm going to give you one that I think you can put up a fight with.
All right.
Man,
I'm fucking getting kind of nervous over here.
I'm drinking a little it's 10:30 and I'm drinking a little Jameson's bourbon, by the way.
Wow.
And what are you drinking over there, Brady?
Balcones Brimstone out of Texas.
Sounds familiar.
Very
No, I
smoky.
never heard of it before. Actually, that's pretty good.
I think that's what we were drinking last.
I think that was. That's where I've
Left
seen it.
it
Oh, you left it here.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
I recommend you guys always bringing liquor and leaving it here, by the way. So it will go to down.
So you guys
good
both
hand.
have like Texas stuff. You've got a Texas whiskey, and he's got a Texas bourbon in Garrison Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I bet you
How about that?
if you can go to court shit-faced, it'd be a lot funner, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So.
Well, and Brady would just follow his universal motto of he just wants something to happen.
right.
He's like, hey, listen here, Judge.
Cracking
Let me tell you about
myself up.
service animals.
Pull my finger.
All right. So we'll kick this off with a pretty lame topic. I'm going to say lame, and, but it's an easy one for you, Ben. All right.
Okay.
All right, Ben. I need you to defend why the Earth is flat.
Oh, fuck. I mean, does this really need defending? And we're not all on agreement that it is at this point? There's not enough evidence out there?
Okay, I'm going to look. The Hubble telescope. That's all I'm going to say, right?
Yeah.
And it takes fucking pictures of everything in this universe and,
Right.
and in other universes, right?
Yeah.
But how do flat earthers come at me and tell me that no, we're fucking flat, even though when there's fucking pictures going around our Earth and everything
Yeah.
else, man.
Okay, well, so here's the deal with this whole flat Earth thing, and this is pretty much like I don't even have to defend this for so long. Once I give you this one fact right here, do you go to the movies?
I do go to movies.
Do you enjoy them?
Yeah.
Do you know how
Sometimes.
many hundreds of millions of dollars they pump into those space movies to make you believe that space is real? It's pretty convincing, isn't it? George Clooney floating away from Sandra Bullock. Oh, Sandra, I won't cheat on you like Jesse. I mean, you believe that shit for at least 2.5 hours, don't you?
So you're saying that the space movies are propaganda?
I'm pretty sure the Hubble telescope is probably like owned by fucking Lucasfilm or something. Pretty sure they're like the #1 investor of that satellite program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the Earth was flat,
Have you ever fucking sailed off of the end of it?
no, that's what I'm
Have
saying.
you?
Have you? How do you know you've ever been to the end of this flat Earth?
Well, let me ask this question of Ben.
You think you're just going around and around and
What?
around and around? It really doesn't sound like. How do ships go lost at sea then? Don't they just come up on the other side if the Earth was round? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Wouldn't they just appear from the other side?
I'm almost convinced here.
Wouldn't they, guys?
So, hey, let me ask this here. If the Earth is truly flat
Yeah.
there, Ben, why put out the idea that it was round?
What do you mean, why put it out?
Well, why come up with something?
Why don't we
Merchandising,
put out-
because then you could never sell planet-shaped balls and stuff, and all science projects would be a lot fucking harder.
Have you ever
Like
tried
when
to
you
turn
do like
around
the
a flat
rotating
map?
planets, yeah, like if it was just a bunch of squares trying to
Thank you for
rotate around
making,
a
yeah,
flat.
thank you for making my case, Brady. I was gonna say it's a
Brady,
lot easier.
you're in the wrong fucking
Oh,
side.
oh, sorry. No, but here's why you're wrong, Ben. Because the thing is, in order for the Hubble telescope to be, and this is generally the problem with all conspiracy theories and stuff,
Allegedly.
especially when you start talking about governments are horrible at everything that they do, and there is no like. The government.
So you're explaining why the private sector is taking over the space race that no longer exists, huh?
Right.
Right, because they can't do a good job of proving to us that the Earth is really round.
There's no way. The government can barely get us our driver's licenses.
Couldn't even get us to the moon because we're flat.
Lose billions of dollars on the postal system, and somehow they're going to pull off this thing that is so perfectly executed.
Last time I checked, the postal system wasn't run by the government. It's just called the U.S. Mail Service.
Hey, one topic at a time, pal.
Government theory is just not holding up.
Wait, hold on a second. I can see I got to play fucking judge here, all right? So I got to do some fucking order in the court.
Yeah, where's the gavel?
Yeah, you can't fire back. You got to allow time for a retort.
I didn't even know I was finished with making my case yet before you said, okay, here's where you're screwed up.
Well, your case is a little flat.
Hey. All right, we got some. This is probably my fault for not having rules. Okay. Brady, finish, please.
Basically, governments are horrible at everything that they do. So if they did have the stated goal of making everybody see that the world was round so they could sell more balls and science projects would be easier, they would do a horrible job at it. Somebody would have leaked it. There's no way that they could have pulled it off. Lucas can make you feel like you're in space because he's good at his job. Governments are horrible at their job. Uh-huh. And on top of that, it wouldn't have not only taken one government to put this theory through of the world being flat, it would have required cooperation amongst all governments.
Yeah, you gotta get them all to agree.
Canada can't even figure out the fucking loony and the toonie and shit, and all of a sudden now we're gonna have the governments of the world all conspiring to teach us that this world is actually round.
That's a
There's
good
no
point.
way, man.
That's a good point.
And Ben, I gotta say this too. I mean about this whole flat Earth thing.
Uh-huh.
How come nobody's ever been to the edge and looked over? How come people have sailed around the globe?
Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you've walked somewhere?
Well, I walked from my car into this building.
What if you keep walking? Just keep walking.
Just keep walking?
Prove to me that the Earth is round. Shouldn't you come up on the other side eventually?
Well,
see, I'm not well traveled, right?
No, I get where you're going, but based on how the Earth is shaped and the organization.
Flat, right? Following you.
The
if I keep going up, I'll go to Antarctica. If I go down, I go to Australia.
The
Gotcha.
organization of continents can't really do that, but you can sail around the globe.
What about flying?
John Glenn orbited the Earth.
What about flying? You go in a straight line. I'm following.
Okay. But if I just keep going west.
It's like a bullet. It goes straight at Brady if I shoot right now. Right?
It actually doesn't. It starts dropping the moment.
What, are you going to try and tell me it curves because of the Earth being round or something? Come on.
Is there something on the other
I thought
side
that was
of
just
the Earth?
gravity.
Is there anything on the...
So you believe in gravity?
I didn't say that. I just said I thought that was your guys' gravity.
Oh.
You know what? Any of these scientific topics are going to be real tough.
No,
I don't think you could have 4 dumber people in a room to talk about
Although
science.
I gotta say that Ben was doing a really good job at being very
I can get
obtuse.
philosophical, sociological, but scientific is kind of hard because it's like, there's like math.
Scientific pontification.
Yeah.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. All right,
Yeah.
I just made a new rule.
That was a good test run, though.
That was a great test.
And
run.
hey, and for the record, so for all the listeners,
Yeah.
Ben does believe the world is round.
Sure.
Okay.
No, I think I'm pretty sure every topic I come in here and send to somebody, you're going to think the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, the Earth is flat. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the whole idea. It's just to see your debate and your public defending skills, right? I think I'm going to play judge here. All right.
All right.
And I'm going to award the fucking case at the end of 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like what I just picked up on there, Ben, you were in the fucking lead. I was almost ready to fucking.
I'm just telling you, if you're not a well-traveled person and you haven't been in the military or you haven't had a lot of plane experience or you haven't been on a boat, you could see how the majority of people that are stuck in Kentucky would think if they just kept walking straight, they would fall off the end of Kentucky. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to Kentucky.
All right.
Kentucky for playing along.
All right. That was definitely a warm-up, but you see where we're going. I think at the end of 5 minutes, I have to award.
It's going to be hard. I like the challenge.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I like
saying?
the challenge.
And then that's what the point system.
All right. We'll lay it on us.
All right. I'm going to go right to Jason right off the bat.
All right.
Okay, Jason.
Yep.
You have 5 minutes.
Who won? You said you were going to award a.
I would have probably given it to the Round Earthers. Sorry, Ben.
Should have tried harder.
I think at the end when we were just like, if I started flying west and just kept flying west, how come I just wouldn't go out into space? And
I don't
Well,
know
but
that
if we
you
want to
don't.
get into debate parlance here, though. He hinged some of his argument on the because he refuted the evidence of the Hubble and stuff as being a conspiracy, which was a major leg of his argument.
Okay.
And in which case, I defeated the conspiracy theory by saying the governments were horrible. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's point counterpoint. So it's he made the mistake of tying his point to a larger issue.
Okay. Well, there you go. How about that?
All right.
Take that, Ben.
So that was a test run. That was not. Don't write nothing down. No one gets a fucking point. I don't know. Was this a lunch type of thing we do again? Whatever. Anyway,
well, we are gonna have to eat lunch after this.
Okay.
So we may as well. Yeah, somebody may as well.
Someone's
pay.
buying.
Yeah.
All right. It's probably me because I'm fucking the judge and I'm not. All right. Anyway. All right, Jason.
Yeah.
Mr. Burton.
Yeah.
Could you please take the stand? Let me see. I should have got a fucking. Now we're on film, man. I should have got like a judge's robe, man.
Maybe some of that hair. Yeah,
Oh, like the
Coming all night court style.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking dope.
or the old British curly Q shit,
That's what I'm
right?
saying, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe part
All that
two. All right.
Pageantry like that. Yeah.
Who knows if this will
Hollywood
even
wig.
air? No, I'm just kidding. All right, Jason. Glocks are the best guns, best handguns known to man. Okay.
Well, I'm writing this down.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
Glock. Everybody who, if you are new to this podcast, everybody knows that Jason Burton is a 1911 pistol builder.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. However,
So explain to me why Glocks are the best handguns out there, man.
all right, Your Honor, go ahead and start the clock.
And you're on the clock.
Okay, all right. All right, listen. Glocks are the best for the following reasons.
I like
The
how you-
1911,
Oh.
as archaic and as heavy and as outdated as it is,
Ooh.
is built around a circle.
Oh.
Everything in the gun is built around a circle. Now, some of you would have us believe that that's a benefit to how the gun functions, everything being built around an arc or a circle. However,
What's sorry? What do you mean a circle?
a circle. Everything inside that gun is built on an axis of an arc or a circle.
Oh.
So if you look at the way the barrel locks up into the slide,
Okay.
it's built around an arc. Built the way the barrel links up and down in the gun.
Sure.
Okay? Now, they are very complicated to machine. They're very complicated to manufacture. Okay? And because of the way that they're built around an arc or a circle, okay, it also takes a special fitting process, an assembly process that requires a skilled hand.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the Glock is built around a square. It's like the bizarro Superman of the gun world.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys
Yeah,
ready?
I'm picking this up.
Okay. All right. It is also made of polymer. At least the receiver is, by and large. Okay.
Okay.
Massively less complex to manufacture. Because basically, you're just taking this molten plastic and pouring it in a mold, and poof, out comes a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Superior gun.
Well,
according to you.
absolutely superior
Yes.
gun, right? Because it's built around a square, does not take complex fitting, has less parts, easier to disassemble.
Uh-huh.
It's basically a gun that is really good for the more incompetent people around the globe. And since we do all know,
Yes.
okay, that there are more dumb people on Earth than there are smart people on Earth, the Glock is obviously the best because they built a gun truly for the masses. They didn't build a gun that took a special set of tools and dies and a required and dedicated user to work. No, they built a gun for a guy who could pull that gun out of his holster and press that trigger, and boom, gun works. No manual safeties to fuddle around with, nothing like that. They built a gun truly for the masses.
That was fucking impressive.
And that was. And they sold enough of them to like fund an Austrian sex dungeon.
That's true.
Hey.
So right then and there, you have to know that the Glock is the best.
I guess. I'm almost swayed unless someone I don't
well,
know
here-
comes and
Here we go. You did my little friend here did he did have a very cogent point for dumb people. Because
Okay.
listen,
I was building up to that part.
there is nothing wrong with the Honda Accord. Perfectly serviceable and adequate automobile.
Wait, let me add to this real quick. Keep going to the Honda thing, but I just need everybody to know. I want it to be stated very clearly that the Glock is the gun for idiots.
All right.
I see what you're doing here,
Which I
sir.
was giving. He's trying not to hurt his marketing budget.
Yeah.
No, it is a perfect. The Honda Accord is a perfectly adequate piece of transportation.
Okay.
Right. So the argument can be made: easier to maintain. You drive it. You don't even barely have to change the oil. Blah blah blah. I know it's gonna work. Get in and go. Right.
Okay.
However, 24 hours in Nuremberg, they're not racing Honda Accords for some reason. So we do require, certain users do require a higher level of performance. And here's the other thing that the Glock has done to ruin small arms marksmanship throughout the world.
Okay.
First of all, there's the case of the no manual safety. And everybody's saying, no manual safety get you killed in the street, right? You know, one less thing you have to worry about. So let me get this straight. You're going to pull this blaster out of your fanny pack and start taking down multiple bad guys. And then you're going to be able to hit the magazine release and reload under cover and all those things. But swiping a properly placed safety with your thumb is too big of a bridge too far. Yes. Can't pull that off, right?
Well, and
so hold on. We're not to retort time. So you're supposed to be expected to engage in all these fine motor skills and everything, right? But the swiping of the safety, oh shit, you might forget to do that. God forbid if you had a carbine, right? You know what I mean? And you're going to run around with it unslung. And they say, well, it's not in the holster. Well, the problem is the gun has to go back in the holster. And that's where shit goes wrong. And everybody's so smart. And I know you guys are all so tactical. You keep your finger off the trigger, right?
Right.
But the problem with holstering is there's other things that press that trigger, right? And then that's where you have problems. A manual safety is another barrier, just like you don't need to have airbags. You know, theoretically, you have a seatbelt. Why have airbags?
Yeah.
Now, let me go to the second point, Jason. You had your time. All right.
Yeah.
Second thing that the Glock has done to ruin modern marksmanship is that they have convinced everybody that a shitty trigger is good, and to make up for the shitty trigger, you shoot to reset. Shoot to reset, right?
Yeah.
So now everybody judges their handguns like, how can I feel it reset? So again, under stress, all these things, right? Like all these things are going to happen. Adrenaline's going to be dumping. Al-Qaeda's coming after you, and the Manson family and everything else, right? And you're going to launch accurate rounds, engage in cover, release your magazine, and you're afraid of this manual safety. And you're going to shoot this gun to the exact reset. You're going to let your finger come off, and you're going to feel that little click, right? Right? You know, you're going to be able to feel that little click. So now you have all these retards running around talking about reset, which hasn't been an issue before. But Glock, to their credit, did a masterful job at telling people not having a safety on your gun and just wait for that little click.
Wow.
And before you guys all say I'm full of shit, none other than Rob Latham, the greatest handgun shooter that has ever lived.
Yes. He's pretty good.
Google Rob Latham and trigger reset, and you'll see what we're talking about. And if anybody thinks they can shoot faster than Rob because you can feel that little stupid-ass click on the tip of your booger picker, let me know.
Woo! 2 points. 2 points, because don't forget about me over here.
Watch this.
Go ahead.
I've allotted extra time for Ben.
One, let's address your gun for the idiots fucking theory. I am one of those idiots. The Glocks or not, they missed a key point with trying to reach their intended audience.
What is
And that is the fact that idiots don't have a lot of money. And that's why we prefer high points. High points are a superior firearm for this reason.
So you're out of order.
Because I can obtain them a lot easier. Second point, that polymer fucking frame you fucking talked about melting and oozing is why a high point is a superior fucking weapon. You can use it as a hammer.
Right, cast aluminum is always
When you're
better.
too drunk to remember where you put your keys, you can bash your way into your house. Glock can't do that. It's going to break.
Well,
it cannot hold up.
But however, though,
I can't use it to pry open my car door so I can drive home.
I gotta have my retort.
All right.
However, Ben, let me say this.
Good points, real quick. 30 seconds, and then for your rebuttal.
Ben, let me say this. A Glock is a really great doorstop. Let's see your high point do that. Brady, back at you. Okay, talking about the gun, the idiot, and the
Fucking
trigger for the
high
masses.
point's a
Here's my
door
point.
buster.
Basically, what Glock has done, in addition to exactly what you just said, is allowed shooters a false sense of skill. You name another gun that can do that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fuck. All right, you win.
All right. Order in the court. First off, I got to, Ben, I hold you in contempt. And for some
Wouldn't be the first person in life to hold Ben in contempt.
You got to pay premium for that episode.
The coolest thing about high points is I shoot the person standing next to the guy I was aiming at as well.
All right, so in the case where Mr. Burton says that Glocks are the top, right? The best handgun out there. You make a great point. I'm going to award you 1 point on that. Very good. Case closed.
I tell you what, right then and there, that was a hard one for me to swallow. I'm just saying right out of the gate.
I already know what mine is.
Do you?
Yeah, pretty sure.
No. That's when we throw.
I'd like to go on the record to
Yeah.
make sure that nobody believes that I believe any of that shit I just
It
said.
doesn't matter. Clever editing is just going to let them believe forever.
Yeah, we're basically holding you guys ransom after this. Ben's gonna,
We just did this whole podcast
No
just to
matter
get
what,
that
it
out
looks
of
like
you.
we're buying lunch no matter who wins.
little sound bites. We're just going to hold
That's
up
it.
your head.
Ruin your whole fucking career with.
All right, that was good. Now Brady, we're actually you can go ahead and write down your 1 point there. Whatever that means. You actually won that debate. Good job. You guys, Brady. You guys
Well
made
played.
a good
That's good.
point. I guess. Yeah, no, it was good actually. The reset thing, I was pretty impressed by. All right, Brady. There's so many obvious questions that we can topics we can go to, but I don't want to give you an obvious one yet. Okay. In fact, wait, what is going on? I see some notes, notes passing being taken between.
I'm conferring with my client.
Oh. Okay. All right.
That's probably just where they're trying to figure out where to go to lunch. Brady's like, I love Chipotle so
They're passing
much.
fucking notes back and forth like it's third grade here. So, all right, this is my court. I gotta fucking.
Do you like me? Check yes for.
Let me go down my list here and let me think what would. Well.
I just asked Ben if he wanted to play doctor later.
Okay. All right.
Jim Tien Laundry.
Mr. Brady, are you ready?
Lay it on me.
All
Lay it
right.
on me.
This is a pretty easy one, I think. I want to warm you up. All right.
All right,
I gave Jason a pretty hard one off the bat, but you're actually pretty smart.
I'm tired today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Please tell the court here why RuPaul is probably the hottest female on TV.
Oh shit! I will admit this is like I was expecting the fastball, high and inside to kind of jam me up a little bit, but this was the fucking
I know
knuckleball.
what you were expecting too.
Man, right, RuPaul.
Is the sexiest female on TV, and I will start the clock.
All right. Here we go. First of all, RuPaul, sexiest female on TV. Oh shit, man, that's kind of a
for that now. You know that, right?
Well, see, the thing is you've had thoughts about your topics, at least ostensibly. I've never thought about RuPaul.
You're a public defender.
Okay, yeah. Oh, shit.
Start thinking about him.
I told that dude he shouldn't have gone in that car with that person. So why RuPaul's the hottest on TV?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. First of all, skin tone.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, because RuPaul is
I gotta Google RuPaul. I don't remember what.
Yeah. Give me a picture real quick because I'm making this shit up on the fly. First of all, it's skin tone because RuPaul's got like this perfect. It's exotic without being like Wesley Snipes black. You know what I mean? But not all white. Right.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like this universal attractive tan.
Yeah.
Right. And here's the second thing: is males. I got to see this picture now.
Jason, please do some evidence. You may want to show her.
I remember RuPaul with hair. Anyway, but here's the thing about male sexuality, and this is a true point.
Okay.
See, and I've mentioned this on previous podcasts about male sexuality. Like we've all had our pleasure centers blown out, right, by modern day stimulus, right? You can see any number of things on the internet, right?
Yeah.
So RuPaul is right at that. You know what? You know why people like bungee jumping or skydiving, right? Because it's a thrill that you're not gonna die, right?
Okay.
So here RuPaul comes along, kind of exotic color, like from a far off land, not quite Wakanda, but maybe some island or something someplace, right? From a far off land. And it's just dangerous enough to pique your pleasure receptors again, to fire them back up. After you've seen you've seen Two Girls in a Cup 1,000 times, right? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing does anything for you anymore. All of a sudden RuPaul comes along, and it's not full out gay.
Okay.
It's just it's like bungee jumping. You know what I mean? So you're like, I can feel strangely like if you put what do they that test that they do for pedophiles where they strap the thing on their wiener and then make them watch stuff and see how turgid they get, right?
I've not had to do
No,
that.
I've never hung out with you on the weekend. No. No.
Well, they got an app for it now. It's a lot easier. You can't get it on the iOS app store, but you can get it for Android.
Okay.
Apple vetoed it for some reason, but no, I saw it on 60 Minutes. Or something. It's a turgid. I don't know.
To Catch a Predator.
Yeah. So the thing is like a guy. The thing is about dudes. So our pleasure centers have been blowing out, right?
Right.
And we ain't gonna go full on gay, right? Like,
okay.
But this is like bungee jumping gay. RuPaul is like bungee jumping gay. It's exciting.
Are you saying that RuPaul is safe gay?
Yeah, like you can get a boner and not feel totally bad about it.
Okay.
Because like you would go, like ordinary, if you got a boner for some other dude, now all of a sudden you got to start evaluating every dude.
Like Lou Ferrigno. Or
you're like all of a sudden like, man, I might be gay. I got a boner for that dude. What about that dude? Does that dude give me a boner? But with RuPaul, you got like this sexy, exotic island thing that like is like gave me a boner, but it's okay because it's like it's a different boner. It's not really a full-on dude boner.
All right. Well, that's an interesting case. I'm taking notes down. Ben or Jason?
Exhibit A. RuPaul is a man.
Thank you. That's right where I was going to go with that. Yeah, I don't even need to say anything else.
Well, but my counterpoint would be jumping off a platform without a bungee cord
on TV when you are not a female. That's it.
You really have a archaic
gender identification.
You really have an
problem.
archaic view of gender.
You said we don't know anything about science. I know enough to know the difference between a man and a woman.
Now listen, Brady.
I'm just leaving it at that. I'm not disagreeing with anything you said. I'm just saying you cannot be the sexiest female.
I'd like to submit this. Brady, I am a 1911 builder. You agree with that, right?
Right.
Okay. I own Glocks. You agree with that, right?
Yeah.
I have shot Glocks. You agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you get in bed with RuPaul?
Well, see, that wasn't what I might. You're adding charges to my client. See, here's the thing. I just had to defend that she was the hottest.
That's correct.
Right? I did not have to say that I would actually engage in intercourse. I had to defend. I had to defend the vulnerability of RuPaul.
Okay, all right. Does RuPaul give you a boner?
You can object at any time, by the way.
Yeah, objection. Speculation.
I am not the one on trial here.
Sustained. All right.
Speculation.
Yes.
But I think, let me ask you something.
I like his counter cues. I like his.
Let me ask you something. Who is more likely to give you a boner? Any of us in this room or RuPaul?
I feel like I need
the above because I know you're all.
You can't do your fucking hypothetical bullshit. You have to say
Can I just do
who is the most likely out of us or RuPaul to give you a boner.
Your Honor, I'm holding up a picture of Exhibit A.
Yes.
A wiener. Exhibit B. RuPaul has one. I rest my case. You cannot be the sexiest female. Anatomy says you are a male.
All right, look, I'm hitting the gavel. I need a gavel. Fuck, I don't have one.
Here's my high point. Hold on.
Let's look. Very great arguments on both sides. The fact that you're right, Ben, you're saying that RuPaul is a dude. How can
Simple anatomy, folks.
Yeah, okay. And Jason, you're talking about getting boners in the room here.
No.
Okay,
Brady's
or screwing Glocks or something.
Sexual fantasies of Glocks.
I want to know if Brady would lay down with, as I have laid down and sinned with Glock, I want to know if he would lay down and sin with RuPaul.
Look, I'm going to have to award this case to Brady Miller.
Brady Miller, Esquire.
You brought up a good
Mistrial.
I agree. Just from the
Filing an appeal as we speak.
Hottest female on TV.
Right.
RuPaul
That's
got a
what he
dick.
said.
When you put it in perspective on like it's the bungee jumping boner.
We didn't say RuPaul was the
Bungee
most
jumping
bangable
boner.
person on TV.
Hashtag.
That would be a fucking sweet T-shirt.
No, you made sense, and I wasn't on your side until you like, hey, who gives you all the people in this room or RuPaul?
I have never
Who you get
searched the
turned on?
hashtag Glock porn and got RuPaul. I'm just saying.
So good job. That was a nice.
Well done, Brady
Wait till
Miller.
we get back to fucking haters ball because I can't stand motherfuckers that don't play the hypothetical game. And this guy's the worst at that shit. You play? I wouldn't play. Neither. It's a hypothetical. We're trying to pass the time during a fucking car ride. I wouldn't do either.
But so you are saying that hypothetically, RuPaul will give you. Are you saying RuPaul or one of us?
Oh, I would say RuPaul would give me a boner before any of you.
That got awkward quick.
Yeah.
Brady just kind of stared at us all real quick.
Yeah.
We made that decision.
I love how he judged us up so quick.
Yeah, it's like
He's
you know how
actually
they say
thought
like
about
when
us naked before.
Yeah, when you think about public speaking, just picture everybody in your audience in their underwear. I just did, and my boner went inside like a turtle. My boner retreated. Oh. I have a retrograde boner.
All right. Wow. Well, that's pretty good.
Till I get my sweet island Princess RuPaul to get it to coax itself back out.
You did see the picture I pulled up, right?
I do like RuPaul better with hair. It'd be harder for bald RuPaul to give me a bone.
Apparently, RuPaul's got some tour dates coming up. Too.
Okay, well,
I'm just saying.
we'll try to get it
right here.
Awesome.
Tickets and tour dates for 2018, Brady.
All right, moving on. That was a good case. That was I'm pretty.
I gotta say, well done, Brady Miller. Well
Fucking
done, Brady
thank you.
Miller.
People's Court. I'm digging it. Maybe that's what I call this podcast. All right. Anyway, we'll figure this out.
The Idiot's Court.
It is. Ben,
All right.
you
This
are
one's for real this time, okay?
You're legal counsel today,
All
buddy.
right, this one's for real. I'm all ready.
This one's for real. Hold on, I'm looking up a topic. I have one. Oh, you know what? Ooh, I see. I was saving this.
I'll
But
take high points for wrong podcast.
please state your case why Chipotle should be banned.
Oh man!
Fucking easy.
Shit's about to get real.
So, you think this is? Everybody knows that Brady's a diehard Chipotle
Yeah.
fan, right? You think that would be? I would give that to Brady, right?
Yeah.
No. Three-dimensional thinking. I've learned
Why
one thing from hanging out with Brady.
Chipotle should be banned?
And so the audience understands
Yes.
that because he's got he's been through his transformation. He's a celiac survivor. He's
Yes.
celiac, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Chipotle is his numero uno go-to place to eat because he can basically eat almost everything there, right? I mean, other than the flour tortillas,
yeah.
right? Everything at Chipotle is celiac safe.
Okay.
So
I have a
right.
feeling Brady's going to get long-winded on this, Your Honor, so I'm going to get straight to the facts.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Ben. Right now, you're
going up against
right to the heart.
You're going up against Johnny Cochran right now, Ben.
Exhibit A.
All right, kill it.
The number of cases related to E. coli in America has risen
Ooh.
since Chipotle has come into business, Your Honor.
Yeah. That is a
More people are
fact,
responsible for
actually,
getting
fact,
sick
That is a fact.
from eating at Chipotle because of E. coli,
Yes, sir.
whether it's romaine lettuce from fucking Yuma or whatever. It's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
Exhibit B,
Oh, okay. Keep going.
something that I know Brady has talked about himself before.
Yes, sir.
The sneeze guard. And the fact that if Chipotle did not exist, the germ passing that reaches when people put their booger finger through the sneeze guard, that also causes people to get sick, right?
Yes.
Would not happen if Chipotle were not itself in existence.
That is true. That is.
Exhibit C, the fact Chipotle is stupid because all they did was take Subway's platform and turn it into a fucking burrito franchise. It's the same fucking thing, people. You walk in, you say, give me beans, give me rice, give me mayonnaise, give me whatever the fuck you get at Chipotle. I don't know. I don't go there because exhibit, where are we at, 4?
B, C,
C,
E.
D, E, F?
Yeah,
Let me just get right to my friends, the Mexicans.
Exhibit 7.
Who are being run out of business because of Chipotle.
Oh.
And these fucking white people that started it who think they make a superior burrito and charge more for it.
Wow.
It's just beans and rice, folks. Sure, you could pick toppings. You could pick fucking chicken or fucking, you can go, oh, the vegan? Oh, another exhibit right there. Perpetuates the vegan lifestyle by giving them an option on the menu to think they are superior. You're not superior. You're just killing more lettuce. Have you ever heard of fucking these damn, what is this shit called with this killing the fuck, I won't even get into it. Chipotle's fucking bad.
Okay.
You're on.
Wow. All right. That's
God damn-o.
Oh, the fucking long lines that stand out the door to where the cop has to wait outside for his lunch now.
You forgot about the other part, though, Ben.
Jesus. They don't have a drive-through.
Or cheeseburgers.
Yeah, no hamburger. There's a million reasons why Chipotle should be out of business. There really is.
Bailiff, take this chump out of his suit and put him in a jumpsuit and cuff him.
Chipotle.
Before I even, okay, first of all,
First off, I can't even say their name. Is it Chipotle, Chipotle, Chipoodle? What is it?
typical white guy.
Yeah. Yeah, who eats at Filberto's on the regular.
about
Thank
being
you very much.
all right.
All right.
Strong case.
You know what? I'm going to go point by point here as I'm looking down my legal pad. Okay, first of all,
It's not even yellow.
this E. coli thing, right? This E. coli thing, statistically, is totally insignificant. What we have here is a cultural phenomenon similar to the shark bite phenomenon, right? One shithead gets bit by a shark in a summer, right? Which all of a sudden the next story of some shithead getting bit by a shark now gets more. And now you have 2 shitheads bitten by a shark, and now we have a shark epidemic. No, we don't. Okay. What we have here is statistically insignificant. And if you analyze the actual cases of Chipotle food poisoning versus like-sized chains in terms of cases of food poisoning per customer, Chipotle's is well in line with industry averages.
They're just as shitty as McDonald's is what you just said.
Sir.
That's what you just said. Just want to point that out.
You should object that.
No. You're supposed to say, like, what's the fancy word?
Well, he
for
said
shut
his
the fuck
part.
up-
He
shut the
said
fuck
his
up, the other
part.
guy's talking.
He did his judging duty.
Hold on. Second of all, if
What did they say anyway?
I don't
Like when you
order
talk
or-
out
Quiet in the court. I don't know.
order,
No,
order,
there-
goddamn. There we go.
There
Order.
we go. Okay,
Fuck.
so second of all, if there was, and if you were to make the case for an increased case of E. coli and food poisoning, that would have to be judged against the benefits of eating real food, unprocessed, no preservatives, and everything else.
Yeah.
So nothing comes for free, right? If we want airplane travel, therefore we will have airplane crashes, right? People will die. But we can say a small enough percentage of these people die in airplanes, we enjoy the airplanes, thus we will fly in
Objection.
airplanes.
Relevance, sir. Relevance to the fucking topic.
All right. Second of all, to the sneeze guard
Sustained.
argument, newer Chipotles have instituted because I call the sneeze guard like the moron detector field, because I can't stand that these motherfuckers put their booger fingers over it and reach. Like that kid behind the counter doesn't know where the pinto beans are with that you sticking your dick
Thanks
skinner
for
in
making
there.
my case for me.
But the thing about Chipotle as an organization, though, is they have adapted to the stupidity of society, and they are actually instituting new sneeze guards that go up at like a 40. Oh, now we have video. They go up at like a 45 and then angle off of there.
They have a plateau.
Yeah. So they are. Second of all, to address your stealing the subway idea, right? Well, I guess Honda stole Henry Ford's car, right? Because the thing is like somebody does not own an idea, right? Subway is just
Pretty sure the Mexican people own the burrito.
we haven't gotten to
Pretty
the
sure that's their
cultural.
stuff.
We haven't gotten to a cultural argument
I'm not
yet.
sure
We're
it's what I'm
talking
supposed
about
to
the
be arguing
format.
for. This is the most entertaining.
Right.
I love it.
So first of all, Henry Ford does not own the automobile. In fact, Daimler invented
Objection.
the
We're not
automobile.
here to
Hold on.
discuss patents and copyright ownership here.
Hold on.
Overruled.
So ideas evolve, and the thing is what is that? What is
Objection. Bullshit.
that? What it? Ben, you're just becoming belligerent at this point.
trying to
And
fucking
frankly,
win my
you're,
case.
You're taking the fun out of it.
All right.
So, and that because see, my thoughts are very complex. I got to start back over at the beginning.
Oh,
once you
shit.
interrupt.
Oh,
So
my
Yeah, they're
goodness.
three-dimensional.
yeah, so the thing is they might have adapted a format, part of Subway's format, but they took it to the next level, and they applied it and executed it so just like automobile companies, like fucking Orville and Wilbur, they didn't make the 777 Dreamliner. What are we gonna say? Boeing should blow them? You know what I mean? No. People take ideas and they run with it. And second of all, back to the cultural appropriation argument. I think cultural appropriation is good because real Chinese food tastes like shit, but General Tso's chicken tastes good.
Holy shit.
So there are a lot of things people eat in Mexico that we wouldn't fucking touch, right?
Yeah.
But when they give them a little spin up here and make them better, then it's good. And the other argument could be made is Chipotle is not really Mexican food, just like P.F. Chang's is not really Chinese food. You go to P.F. Chang's with a Chinese dude, he's laughing, right? He's like, that's guaylo food. So I will accept that there might be a certain amount of yuppie cultural appropriation going on with Chipotle. However, I will counter with that is good because I will hold America's culture. Oh shit! It's getting that I shouldn't say
Time.
well, I'm saying I will take America's restaurant over your average Mexican restaurant. And if you want to talk about food poisoning, let's talk about those taco carts in Tijuana.
All right, so I gotta get my.
You gotta get your.
I gotta get.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
all right.
Brady had like 100 points. I had to
two
say
seconds.
it. Yeah.
Listen,
I would have been quicker if Ben didn't interject so much.
as much as I love the fact that this is the topic Ben got, and it got Brady is all jocked up right now. That boy is riled up, man.
Yeah.
I have to say, because it's part of the game here, and part of okay, is that I have to argue against Ben.
Yes.
I actually would have almost loved to take this one to just have it be me a Brady thing because it would have been fun.
Okay.
However, Ben, you're wrong, and here's why.
Okay.
Arguing against me? That's
I
how we're
have-
playing this
I
game?
have to. We have
It's
to argue
it's
against
you're a
you.
public
Yeah.
defender and they're the prosecutors.
That's
Good.
how this
All
goes.
right, good.
Okay. In addition
Bring it on.
to all of the wise points and facts that my pal Brady just said,
Right.
Chipotle is all inclusive.
Okay.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Not a lot of other restaurants are all inclusive.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not.
What do
mean?
you please elaborate?
Chipotle is all inclusive because pretty much anybody can eat there.
I'm not following you.
something for everybody.
He's right.
Chipotle is all inclusive. Brady, the celiac survivor Miller,
Oh.
can have anything he wants here except for flower tortillas.
Saying it's asshole friendly.
He's only.
Gotcha.
Well, yes, and so then let me bring up my second
Well,
example.
I wish they just keep them in Portland where they fucking belong.
Even they started in Denver. Even my
Just as bad.
Even
Hashtag Pitbull ban.
even my wife can eat at Chipotle. My wife, who happens to be the pickiest eater of all eaters I have ever met, she gets stuff from Chipotle.
I'm ready for a ruling. Clearly, I've won, so just give it to me.
All inclusive.
All right, that's you guys made some great points, and the Honorable Judge Jason Swore here. Wow, that sounded good, actually. All right,
Pretty nice ring to it there, Your Honor.
love how you're sucking up. Whoa, Ben's sliding money over to me right now. That's all right. Look, we're gonna go ahead and I see both sides of the coin here, man. I also look at it and I'm like, how many E. coli cases does Domino's have?
Publicized E. coli cases.
I'd say probably.
Publicized
But
E. coli
you
cases.
kind of have to put it out there if you start poisoning fucking the masses.
Publicized food poisoning cases.
I think once you put it on your website and you own that shit, you're
Well,
guilty as charged.
I would like to add this, since you went to the E. coli thing. I do believe there have been more documented and publicized E. coli cases from Jack in the Box.
We're not here to talk about Jack in the Box, Your Honor.
And I do recall when more than one
that guy's got
from
more
E. coli.
DUIs than me, Your Honor. Your Honor, that's how it fucking works.
I have one simple
We're here to
question.
talk
Hold
about
on.
fucking
I have one
Chipotle.
simple question, Your Honor.
Yes, isn't it?
If a person were to eat Chipotle every day for the rest of their lives versus Domino's every day for the
We're
rest
not
of their lives,
fucking here to debate what's better for you.
which one dies first?
What does this have to do with
that was-
relevance of the case?
That was part of your argument.
No,
why
it
they
was
should be banned.
But the question was why Chipotle should go out of business.
Why they should be banned.
Well, there you go.
All right. Look, I'm fucking making a ruling here. Hung jury. All right? Half point apiece, you guys. All you guys could have fuck point. Nah, it's because
Fuck.
Look, you guys both make a
Fuck.
good point. I can't make a ruling on this. I'd have to have a retrial. And I'm fucking hungry. So
Judge Ito.
I tried so hard.
you did good, Ben.
I tried.
You were killing it. You were
tried
like
so
on
hard.
exhibit like Z and shit.
I almost didn't even want to get involved
tried
because
so
I was
hard.
enjoying this so
I was-
much. This was a battle of wits
Really wanted
right
that.
here.
Really wanted
This
that.
was
Damn
really
it.
good,
I just want
man.
to fucking win on this
This
show.
was
Once.
good, man.
you got a half point. That's pretty good, dude. That wasn't bad.
You know what we say about second fucking place?
Yeah, it's first place winner or loser.
You ain't buying chow. Second place ain't buying chow, so I wouldn't worry about it. So, all right. All right, that was good. We made one round already. Now, you guys warmed up. You understand what's going on, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit exhausting.
Ben, you understand that
Chipotle one.
when you're the defender, there's two people against you.
Right, I
That-
got it.
That kind of.
I got it. I wasn't clicking there at first.
That kind of took you by storm. You're like, what? I'm being okay. So anyway, so now you and Brady will.
I would have loved to have heard Brady argue that why Chipotle should have been banned too.
Yeah,
That would have been.
I thought that was too obvious.
That would have been good.
You know what I'm saying?
I like the curveball. I like the curveball.
Yeah, that's good.
That would have been good. I'm
That's like going to Ben and going, why? Explain why bicycling is gay.
Yeah.
Well, that's really easy to.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
but
it's
pretty gay.
it's too
It
obvious.
really is.
Yeah, you
It's
look at the outfits and the helmets. I mean,
All right.
come on, right
There you
there,
go.
buddy.
All right, so
All
Mr. Burton.
Yeah, buddy.
Are you ready?
All right. Yeah,
Please
go.
take the stand.
All right.
I need you to let me look this up. This is pretty easy. Explain to the what's the word I'm looking for? The court, right? Why Bill Cosby should be pardoned.
Oh, wait. Can I have this one? Can I please have this one? Jason, can you defer this one to me? Remember,
Can I have a co-counsel on this one?
Oh man, see, that kind
Oh,
of
my
goes against my
Oh
rules.
my God! I had a whole. This was actually an
Okay,
hour-
wait,
This
all
was
right.
actually a 90-minute conversation.
Oh shit! I don't know if I got that.
Oh, yeah, I know. We've already had.
Yeah.
We've already had this conversation.
Oh, like,
You can
you guys have had this before.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Let me do this. Like in Uno, okay?
Like, you know.
Just like in Uno, you have a pass left or right card. One chance.
You can take it. That's fine.
All right, I'm just throwing it out there right now. We're making up our fucking rules. This is our first show on this one. So you have a pass right or left.
This is like Filipino court. Like we just make shit up. like you might get some Aboto chicken or machete. depending on how the judge feels that day.
There we go.
All right, listen. Because I think it would be more entertaining to have Brady do this one.
Okay.
I'm passing this one.
Okay, and there we go. This is your only pass.
Okay, that's cool in the gang.
So when I talk about why it's cool to have anal sex with big hairy men, you got to take it. Like a man. Like a man.
Not on the sheet, is it?
That is not actually on the sheet, but it is my court. I can make shit up, right?
Okay, well, hold on. Let me. Do I want to pass or take this one?
Everybody has one pass. One
buddy. No, you know what though? Because I don't know what's coming, and I know I'm taking this one. Sorry, Brady, I am taking it. All right, start the clock, Your Honor.
Election pudding.
Okay.
You understand?
Here's why Bill Cosby should be pardoned.
Yes.
Okay. First and foremost, American icon.
Okay.
Okay. We have developed certain terms, vernacular sayings in our American culture that are absolutely attributable to Bill Cosby, and by that standard, he has probably added more to American society than he has taken away. Okay. Things like Huxtable. That's a whole term now.
Okay.
No, I mean it is. I didn't invent it.
Okay.
I'm saying it's a term.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
He is America's dad. Okay? You got to give the guy a little bit of credit for whatever sins he may or may not have committed, whatever that judge in Pennsylvania said. I think it was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to give him a little bit of credit for being America's dad. He raised an entire generation of America's youth with the Bill Cosby Show. Let's not forget Fat Albert.
Okay.
Okay, that was a fantastic show. I mean, we all, I think, in this room grew up on that.
Right.
Do you want to send your own dad to prison?
Wow.
Other than you, Brady. Other than you. Okay. Let me add this wrinkle into that. Okay.
Okay.
In
All right.
addition to being America's dad, in addition to having,
Did you shit your
Did
pants?
someone just shit their pants?
it's my gun on the
Okay.
seat.
All right. I was getting ready to
hold you in contempt.
That is the quickest way to get thrown out of my fucking
I know the
court.
sound of Palomar fucking rubbing cheap fucking pleather anywhere.
Oh, there's your gun.
That's a Glock.
Okay, it's your Glock.
Yeah, it was my G-Lock.
Okay.
So, where
Continue.
was I going with that? I fucking forgot. Oh, America's dad. Okay, in addition to being America's dad, okay,
Yes.
and having grown an entire subsect of the TV culture single-handedly, okay, he was also an absolute fantastic arbiter for other products, promotions, Coca-Cola. All right, listen, have a Coke and a smile. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look how many people had a Coke and a smile because of Bill Cosby.
Apparently
Okay?
a lot.
Jello pudding pops. Okay. Listen, I mean, he built that brand for them. Okay.
Pudding pop.
I'm
saying.
All right. JELLO. Right. But
Yes.
lastly and most importantly,
Yes.
all these women who have brought these charges, these baseless charges up
Yeah.
against him. They were all asking for it.
Oh, whoa.
Wait. Here's why. Listen.
I'm about ready to
No,
hold you
hold on.
against her. All right.
Okay.
Maybe I am glad I let Jason have this one.
Here's why. Okay, look, you're a young female in Hollywood, right? You want to become an actress. You want to
boy.
have some. You want to become renowned. You want your career to go places, right? Bill Cosby says to you, he says, "Hey, listen, come on up to my hotel room so we can talk about your career." And they go.
I can't wait to see you dig out of this one, man. Go ahead.
Listen, they go.
Okay.
You can't tell me that they did not expect some type of at least nefarious behavior to take place in order to advance their career. Look, the casting couch is a real thing.
Okay, I
And
understand
you
that.
think that they had
Can you
never
get this
heard?
guy to wrap it up, Your Honor? I'm pretty sure he's late for his Weinstein case down the hall.
They've never heard of the casting couch. And then when you get up there, old Bill says, "Do you want a Jello pudding?" No, he doesn't offer you a Jello pudding pop. He offers you a drink.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you
that's
think
what
for
we're here to talk about.
And so you willingly take and ingest said drink, and somehow that's his fault? Your Honor, I submit to you
Well, you
that
state.
this is entrapment for my client. He should be pardoned. Listen, again, let me go down my points.
Are you
America's dad.
America's dad.
Okay,
Got it.
product spokesman, bar none. And
Yep.
those women entrapped him.
Okay.
They
All right.
went to his hotel room.
Well,
they
let me go.
willingly took that drink.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You can stand down. No, that was
Please,
a great.
Your Honor.
You gonna?
Okay.
You want to go first?
I'm quick.
In the
so.
immortal words of the great Eddie Murphy, tell Bill he can have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
Okay.
See, Here's the thing, right? Is
yes.
First of all, it is not the law's job to defend smart people. Because smart people are smart enough to not do stupid things, right?
Yeah, okay. Good point.
They don't need as great of defense under the law as stupid people.
Oh, okay.
And women in Hollywood, not women in general, tend to be naive, would be a nice way to put it, right?
Right.
So they are not listening to the alarm bells in their stomach that says, hey, don't go up to the room with the old dude and take an alcoholic beverage or you might get some digits in your input, right? So they don't listen to those things. But that, Your Honor, is what the law is here to protect. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That is why, like, smart people know not to cross the street when there's cars in there, right? For dumb people, we have the walk and hand sign, right?
Right.
But just because in the lobby of that hotel room there wasn't a walk or a hand sign, otherwise you get raped, doesn't mean that they deserve to get raped. And here's the other thing.
Okay.
Is Bill Cosby, because he is in such a revered and high position in society, right?
Call it like it is. He's America's dad.
Yeah, right. Which means he has a duty to being above reproach. He needs to go further than your typical male. Like, say us, right? Somebody saying, like, hey, I want to learn how to run a magazine, Jason Swar.
Yes.
And Jason says, hey, why don't you come up to my hotel room, right? You are not on the same level as Bill Cosby.
How do you think I got Ben here?
Yeah, right.
I was going to say.
Your Honor, you are not on the level of Bill Cosby. Now, I'm not saying you would do anything nefarious up in that hotel room, but you cannot even have the appearance of impropriety when you are such a revered and scrutinized figure as Mr. Cosby. So the fact that he engaged in that behavior means that this person is more reckless
Yes.
than his level of recklessness is negligent. And on top of that, it's equal justice under the law. Your prior accomplishments, like, listen, if I cured AIDS, cancer, and everything else, right?
Right.
Let me ask you this, Your Honor. Let me ask you this. Do you have a daughter?
I do, yes.
Okay, I'm sure you love your daughter.
I do.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is hypothetical. Don't get mad. I'm trying to make it personal
You're right.
in order to drive home my point.
I object.
So say like
I may
this line-
sustain this objection.
So say like, Your Honor, I made peace in the
Your
Middle
Honor is
East.
supposed to be unbiased. I object to this line.
So I made peace in the Middle East. I cured cancer and I cured AIDS.
Yes.
But I cut your daughter's throat.
Yeah.
Right? Does the fact of all the millions of people that I've saved and benefited?
Jason, this is where you object, because Bill Cosby never fucking cut anybody's throat.
I'm going to go with that. Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. I object. Bill Cosby never cut anybody's throat. I mean, that's not even a
I'm
lie.
going to have to sustain. You're right. That's
You're out of order, counselor.
yeah.
All right, so
You're bringing in shit that Mr. Cosby has not done.
The thing is,
There was no dead hooker in his tub.
the scales of
not
justice. The scales
no
of justice are not weighted by prior deeds, Your Honor.
Okay.
In other
In the
words,
interest of time, I'd like to say 10,000 wrongs don't make one right.
10,000.
that was a much simpler way of saying it.
Thank you.
I'm over here. Just going
Good summation there, Ben. You guys are both wrong, but still good summation.
All right. Look.
see how you feel after you finish that water that I handed you.
Mr. Turpin.
Hey! It's my finger up your butthole.
Allegedly.
Jesus.
Alleged. Do you have anything else to add?
I
Besides,
do not. I'm good.
You're good.
I think our case has been clearly made.
Let me. I got my gavel. Oh, look at that, huh? That's my gavel. I am going to rule in the favor of the prosecutors on this one. Sorry, Mr. Burton, but the second you brought up, like, look, it's okay to brick him up.
They were asking for
You're
it.
asking for it. The whole Me Too movement right now is fucking burning down our fucking studios, by the way.
I'm not. Listen, this is obviously a mock court. Obviously.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, the problem with making Brady arguments is that you need to.
I was such a Brady thing too.
The whole America's Dad, you kind of had me. I was like, oh, yeah, he kind of was, yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, look, you know what you're getting into when you go up there. And take that.
I had to do it, man. I had to do it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's so out from left field. The best part is this was what our conversation the other night was based on. Why do you think Brady would laugh so much? Brady was like, they were asking for it.
For the record, YouTube and everybody else, it wasn't quite like that.
All right, in fairness, it wasn't. I'm probably sure that Bill Cosby deserved to get convicted and all that stuff. I got it.
You got
Real life, blah, blah, blah.
Brady and
all that shit.
Brady and Jason didn't even need to say anything. Actually, it was my mind was already made up after you pretty much solidified it for me, man. Okay, Mr. Brady, you're next. Right?
Give it to me.
Yeah, I can. Man, it's another. All right, here we go. Why, Mr. Brady? Why everybody rates a service dog?
A therapy animal?
A therapy animal, excuse me. That's what I meant, right?
Okay.
Why it's... what's the word I'm looking for?
Why service animals are good?
Yeah, huh?
Why everyone deserves.
Everyone deserves to have a service animal and take anywhere they want.
My daughter is suffering from... No, I'll save it.
Sir?
I'll save it.
Sir?
I'll save it. I brought her
Bailiff.
Yeah.
Is that like Richard Mall? Is that guy going to come up?
All right. So I got to defend service animals.
Defend service animals. That's what I'm getting at.
Fuck, I love to pass this because I hate those narcissists. But I can do it. I'm adaptable.
You can't pass.
No. The mark of a good attorney is being able to defend the undefendable. All right. So why are service animals? So what is the case? Why everybody deserves?
Let me back this up. I'm gonna say service animals because that kind of goes into the blind dogs and the the seeing eye dog. I want to say emotional support animals. Okay. In other words, I'm having a bad day. I need my fucking pig. I need my squirrel to fly on, to go out to eat with and sit on the table right next to you and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Brady's having like twitches right now. You fucking.
I would so throw this trial. I'd let this person fry. Can we give him the gas chamber and lethal injection?
Maybe I keep out dogs. I just say
no service animals.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I get it. Well, the thing is service animals is a very, very complicated issue. On the surface, let me start by addressing the detractors of these said service animals.
Okay.
Right? Because one of the main arguments used by the detractors of service animals is the increasing frequency of seeing said animals in public and on traveling vessels, right? The thing is, though, is the human mind and the human psyche, particularly as it relates to trauma, is a very, very sophisticated thing that we do not begin to understand. So what, say, 20 years ago, right, we would have deemed acceptable to address issues of trauma or anxiety or any of these things has greatly, greatly changed. And let me illustrate my point in greater medicine as a whole, right? Back in the day, we would leech people, right? We put leeches on them because we thought that sucked the badness out of them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, we look back at that as archaic. So before, when we were, when the anti-service animal proponents will say, well, hey, listen, there's way more of these things. What's going on? I would address that by the fact that science has opened up new avenues and has shown that these animals do have a positive effect on various forms of trauma, anxiety, etc. A positive effect that make these people that wholly improve these people's lives.
Right.
So therefore, and according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, all businesses, public businesses, need to make reasonable accommodations for those with disabilities, right? So if I were to open up an all-you-can-eat Chipotle bar, I cannot put it at the top of 10 narrow steps, right?
Okay.
I would have to have the capability for somebody in a wheelchair to access said all-you-can-eat Chipotle bar, right?
Sure.
So, therefore, along the same line of thinking and complying with the Americans with Disabilities Act, if these animals, and it has been proven that mental scars and disabilities can be every bit as debilitating as physical disabilities, therefore, these animals are just as necessary to these people's well-being as a wheelchair is to somebody that cannot walk, as a cane is, right? So we need to make these reasonable accommodations. And let me just address the next point of service animal detractors.
All right.
They will say when the animals, the animals will do X, Y, D, they'll shit, they'll misbehave. We need to address those on a case-by-case basis. We cannot make a blanket condemnation of the service animal as a whole. It's just like if Ben had a wheelchair, right, and it was powered, and he souped it up, and was flying through the supermarket, running over motherfuckers' toes, running into people's shins,
right?
That would be unacceptable. But that doesn't mean we ban wheelchairs, right? It means that one person's behavior with said wheelchair is out of line. We need to address them, not as we don't make a blanket statement.
I see your point. Excellent point.
Thank you.
You can stand down. Prosecutors, what you got?
Wow, a little bit.
Okay.
Wow, just wow a little bit.
I'm
here,
a little bit taken back myself. I never thought that would come out of Brady's mouth.
I'm a little shocked. I'd like to put this.
That's why I charge $500 an hour.
I'd like to note this day on the calendar.
Yeah.
As the day that Brady went crazy. Brady, you're wrong because what you are essentially saying is you're doing the whole. You could kind of make that individual versus group think argument, right? You're basically saying, hey, you know what? It's okay. Let this, potentially rabid, smelly dog on the table where other people are going to have to eat, because we don't need to think about, other people's feelings or other people's hygiene or other people's needs. We just need to focus on this one person right now. And it's okay if, because they felt like, I don't know, they got bullied on the playground when they were in first grade, or they didn't get enough swing time, whatever that might be, that they now somehow are entitled to have an animal that makes them feel all warm and cuddly inside.
Yeah.
And because we've allowed that to now occur, we have spawned an entire generation of people of, what did you just call it the other day, the Me Too movement?
Me Too movement, yes,
right,
sir.
okay,
yes,
so
sir.
There's a whole Me Too movement.
Going back to our Bill Cosby case.
Our previous case.
Right, yeah, right. There's a whole Me Too movement with this, which is now, it's almost a fashion statement. Oh, look, that guy over there
therapy
who's got,
hamster.
yeah, right, who's got
Fuck
PTSD, or maybe he's blind. He's actually got a service animal that helps him get along on a day-to-day basis. But by your standard, by the standard of allowing this to just kind of run rampant over society, we've now got, well-kept housewives walking around with their Shih Tzus, okay?
Yep.
Who are, I gotta have my Shih Tzu with me because otherwise I don't feel as good getting into my Bentley and, driving from the spa back home to my multi-million-dollar mansion. So, by your standards, we've now allowed this to just grow into a problem. That's not to say that not people who don't need them shouldn't have them. It's not saying that at all. But by your standard now, all of these other people now somehow feel entitled.
Well, so by your standard, you have decided who should have them.
Oh, I'm not deciding.
No, you just said the well-kept, the well-kept woman should have her shit.
Ben is 100% correct. It is for the court to decide. In fact, I'd like to hear what Ben has to say, co-counsel.
Let's stick to the facts.
Yeah.
They stink. These damn animals.
Oh.
They smell up the place. They scratch up the hardwood floors. They're unsanitary when I'm trying to eat. They're a nuisance on an airplane when they won't shut up or sit down, or charge them an extra ticket, I say. You're not there to help. You're there to hinder. You're in my way. Stow them in the overhead bins where the laptop has to go.
Yeah. All right. Is that it?
Let's get on to the fact that rodents are not to be considered animals. I've seen a lot of rodents and lizards. Your chameleon cannot be a fucking therapy animal. It cannot.
Can I ask, Your Honor, what qualifications Ben has in addressing
Clearly, I'm
trauma
retarded.
issues? Your Honor, my
And I see no animal near my side.
Well, let me just address. I think I addressed.
You got 30 seconds. So
okay, no. Jason, this is a much deeper
Did I
issue.
mention they've got wide noses, breathing up all the air?
So
I'm just going right to Chappelle on this one. It's all I got.
Listen. A wheelchair on an airplane is an awful inconvenience too, right? And here's the thing. And I addressed both
That's
of
why
yours.
you put them at the back of the plane.
All right. Order.
So I addressed both of these concerns in my initial argument.
Yes.
Where we were talking, we as a society cannot take the worst case scenario and the worst offender of such thing, just as there are people that use handicap plates, right? They get a placard when they have a cold or their prostate hurts or something, right?
Yeah.
And then they use those. It does not mean that we do away with handicap spots. And it's just like a person a blind person, right, who was reaching around trying to find out where they were going, we would not judge, right? But if a blind person reached around and grabbed your wife's boobs,
blind person never
under the
shat in my
pretense of reaching around to find out what's going on, we would judge that blind person.
However, we need to point something out that's very important, because what you are talking about is the distinction between someone who actually has a need and someone who has the desire to be seen.
I am saying, Jason Burton, you are not qualified to judge that need.
Fucking order here. God damn it. All right.
The difference between someone who has an actual need and someone who wants to appear to have the need.
Okay. Wow.
Did I mention they smell?
Wow.
And I am saying visually, you cannot determine the depth of their traumatic scars by looking and sizing them up.
Your Honor, I think we need a ruling on this.
I know. Listen, you guys, this is, fuck, man.
I just don't want all that yapping when I'm trying to eat.
No, look, both sides have great points. Jason, Burton, your point, well, first off, Ben, your point, not sure where that was at, but
give them their own therapy patio so I can enjoy my fucking
I just remember
steak.
that, Your Honor, I'm retarded.
But Jason, you're right. I take my mind into, let's say, South Chicago. How many therapy dogs and therapy fucking whatever they are, hamsters do I see walking around the streets down there?
You want to know why that is? How many good dental plans do you see in South Chicago? Because those people have been sociologically deprived of the medical care that they deserve due to their economic circumstances.
But you're not.
I just fucked you up. Just
you did. I don't even know where to go with that. The reason I'm saying it is like, you're right.
Versus legitimate.
The more people I
need versus legitimate.
The normal people I see carrying the support hamsters are the rich, or you know what I'm saying?
They want to be seen as
who probably haven't.
Well, according to Brady, people with proper health care. Yeah. That's what he just said.
Yeah, because it used to be only rich people had braces and straight teeth. We didn't care about the poor people that had crooked teeth.
So by your own admittance, it's a rich, white, entitled problem, not a national health crisis.
No, it's a getting...
I believe I rest my case, Your Honor.
It's getting the people the proper mental health care that they deserve.
But not necessarily need.
Oh, we don't get into need here. Of course they need it.
Wow, look, you guys both made great points, and
I think mine was the best.
Yeah, yours is pretty good too, Ben. I'm retarded. There we go. I see both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and hung jury. There we go. Half point, everybody, man. You're killing it, but there's that 1 point that Jason made.
About what?
Huh?
About what?
About the rich, entitled,
legitimate need versus the perception of need.
There you go. It's more of a.
Of course, the upper people at the top of the economic food chain always get better care. Do you think Wayne Newton gets the same cancer care as some poor kid in the ghetto?
Wait, Wayne Newton's got cancer?
Oh,
well, I'm just saying.
This is breaking news right here, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I don't even know Wayne Newton was alive.
There are certain. Why do you fuck Magic Johnson got the HIV and that motherfucker's gonna outlive us all? Why do you think that is? Because he's got money. It doesn't mean that he's entitled to outlive us all.
Brady.
Huh.
I think this is a different.
Yeah, it's over. It's over, Brady.
Get out of character, Brady. Get out of character.
All right, back to fuck all you narcissists and stupid, filthy animals who I'm trying to eat, asshole.
Now you see, if I would have gave that to Ben or Jason, you had too much ammo. That's why I had to throw it to you. But you know what, Brady? You impressed me.
Did a fabulous job.
Even though it was a
outstanding
hung jury and a half point for everybody. Yeah. That was. Man, I'm impressed.
Brady, that was outstanding.
I'll buy you a drink, man. That was good, man. Yeah. Okay, Ben, you're up, sir. I need you to defend transgender bathrooms for me, please.
It's easy.
Okay. You're on the clock, sir.
Transgender is a new word, right? It's a 2018 word. It's a 2000 word, as our cleaning lady.
Yeah, the aughts. I like how she said that.
The aughts would say. Transgender's always been here. It's nothing new. It's just a word. Yeah. We've always had a rest stop bathroom outside that was public, that was marked with both a female and male sign. Therefore, I would say that bathrooms, transgender or not labeled so, have always been the same. There is nothing different. We've always needed this bathroom. A multi-use bathroom is what it is.
Okay.
So the fact that everyone's getting hung up on this transgender term, it already exists, people. Accept it. Accept one more person in your life, whether they're male or female.
Oh.
Transgender bathrooms are needed for the same reason that the therapy dog is needed, for the same reason that I have the need to drive a Porsche over a Volkswagen, for the same need that so many things could go on about. Oh. Transgender bathrooms are a necessity in America so that everyone has the right to feel like they belong.
Oh, okay.
And also, that way we both get a urinal and a shitter. I would just like to say that's another great reason for a transgender bathroom.
Okay.
And Target said so.
Did Target say so? Well, that was quick. That was a minute.
And they can't be wrong.
All right.
I just like to rest on the facts. I'm a different kind of, public defender.
Yes, sir.
Just let the facts speak for themselves.
Look, I see Brady, and he's really writing a lot of shit down here. And Jason, you look confused, like gender confused.
Yeah, no. Well, after Brady's
Gender
surgery,
equality.
I'm kind of wondering what he's going to come up
Gender
with.
equality for all.
There you go.
To argue against this. Miller, what do you got?
So let me just rephrase your argument, counselor.
Mm-hmm.
Your argument is this word's been around a long time. We have a urinal and a shitter.
Actually, it was a new word. That's what I said.
Oh no, the word is
We're
new.
just uncomfortable with
but
the
we've
word
had
itself.
we've had the situation for a long time, and we have a urinal and a shitter.
That's correct.
That's,
so let's
that's
get
your argument.
over the word and get back to making people feel
You,
accepted.
counselor, should get back to chasing ambulances. That's a very, very flimsy argument.
Oh.
The thing is it has been around forever. But here's the thing, right? This word is the attention to the issue is a newer thing. But I would present to the court, to Your Honor, that as far back as we could look, there have been opposite genders going to restrooms. See, but here's the difference, though, right?
Okay.
So if you look super chickish and you go into a chick restroom and you have a penis. So if the boner-generating RuPaul goes into the female restroom, what discomfort does it cause to the rest of the patrons? None. Because he, I don't know what the right word is, fits the part. See,
Okay.
my point here is, Your Honor, is we have societal norms, right? Comfort levels that we are based of, right? Based on. By the same token, Caitlyn Jenner would not generate a bunch of discomfort going into the female restroom. And I'm trying to think of a dude that turned in, or a chick that turned into a dude. Oh, Chaz Bono. If Chaz Bono strolls into the restroom,
Who the fuck's Chaz Bono?
Sonny and
Cher's dude.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a chick. And
Okay,
then, and
all
so
right.
so
I'll look that one up.
if I'm taking a piss, right, and Chaz Bono walks in to pinch one off,
Okay.
I'm not really distressed. And Jason, now I don't have a boy, so I
Now,
don't take.
Chaz Bono looks like a girl.
Dude.
Looks like
a girl.
Oh, was a girl.
What was
Now
his name originally?
Chelsea or something.
Chelsea or something like that, right?
Okay.
So now, like, here's the thing, because Jason has a young boy, right?
Right.
So if Jason's in the Target bathroom, and Chaz Bono kicks open the door, says, "Man, I gotta pinch one off,"
Yeah.
right? Shuts the door to the stall and starts grunting, right?
Sure.
No problem.
All is
fucking
normal.
problem. No problem.
It's like
Right?
another day at Target.
Yeah, just like, like, oh
Okay,
man,
we're good.
lay off the General Tso's. Anyway, but here's the thing, right? If we have a full-on chick walk in, now there's questions. It's a matter of etiquette, really more so than anything else. It's not an actual matter of gender. Wait, Ben was supposed to defend it? Okay. So I'm supposed to take. So
I think you just switched sides.
kind of a lot of that going on lately. But here's the thing. But the point is this is like one of those things that you don't need a law about, right?
Okay.
Like you don't have a law. There's nothing illegal about standing in the line at Subway and picking your nose and putting it in your eyebrow. There's not a law written anywhere that says that you can't do that.
Okay.
And
But
he
we don't-
tested that theory.
Yeah, but we don't do that out of a certain amount of societal norms and decorum.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So if you look the part go where you're going. See, the problem is with these organizations making it gender-neutral bathrooms is now we're opening up the situation to all sorts of chaos and just straight uncomfortableness, right?
Sure.
Like, nobody actually needs to see the genitalia. You need to look the part of where you're going to the bathroom. By opening up these things, now we have chicks, and you know what? No chick in the history of the universe ever wants a guy to know that she shits. Ever. That's the thing about chicks, right? Like, chicks, how long you been married?
Damn it, you put me on the spot. A long time. 17.
Check her necklace. So,
we'll just edit that part out because I don't even. No, I was 16 years, sir.
Have you ever known when your wife has shit in 16 years?
Have I known when?
Yeah.
Objection. Relevance to the case, Your Honor.
I'm like,
no, because
Are you aware that your wife pooped?
I'm going to say sustained on that objection.
because well, let me say I've been married for 1995. What is that?
Objection again.
23
Relevance
years?
to the case, Your Honor.
I've never known when my wife shits because women do not want men to know when they're shitting. So now we're going to have these gender-neutral bathrooms, and women won't even be able to shit in public because they will be afraid that in that room will be other males.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Are you still
I think
defending
the,
it?
I think
Wait,
the,
no, you're-
I'm anti-gender-neutral bathroom.
He's saying that you do not need to have like this public display of gender-neutral bathroom because if you just followed social norms and social protocols, no one would care. Chaz Bono comes in to take a piss next to me. I have no idea that Chaz Bono was once Chelsea.
This
or
sounds
whatever
like a
it is.
shut and right? Like this case is totally closed up. We got it. I win. Just give it to me. They agreed. They agreed. We don't need to make a big
You're
issue out of
arguing
it.
I'm
for
saying
them.
you're saying
we're saying
you're
that-
saying
You're
they,
making my case.
saying
no,
they're not
you're
needed.
saying they
That we
need
don't need to call attention. They're just normal people like
no,
everyone.
you're
Give
saying
them a
that
chance.
you're saying that they do not that they need to be relabeled. I'm saying we leave them labeled the way that they are. By
Shit,
opening
I am
up the
fucking
label.
confused now. What about you, Your Honor? He's still trying to figure out.
By
how you've
opening
been
up the
married.
label to where anything goes, like, look, some of us have been in the military. Would you want to
I
be
would
in the
ask
military
for-
and, like shitting and showering in front of women all the time?
I would ask for Your Honor to read this again. What was I defending?
You were defending
open labels, open.
transgender bathrooms.
That's it.
Why we
It
need
was not a label, not a sign on the door, not a.
Yes, sir.
That's all I was. I think I did a good job. I think you're making my case for me.
Look, hear this?
That if everyone just behaved accordingly,
Men and women's bathrooms.
That's get ready. I'm ready to get ready to lay down the law here. Okay.
This one was I think
Due to the fact that
we're all
I'm
hungry.
pretty much dumber after hearing the prosecutor's statement, and I'm actually
Jason's just trying to think. I don't know if my wife's ever shit.
and the fact you put me on the spot about my goddamn marriage.
again.
Has she ever shit? She had to have. At some time in 16 years, she had to have shit. But when?
And then I'm still confused that you're saying that women won't take a shit because there's a, it makes no fucking sense.
It totally makes sense.
No, you're saying if there's not transgender
let the
bathrooms,
judge speak.
all right, there's not transgender bathrooms. That means that girl, so that guy who's dressed as a girl is going to come into the girl's bathroom, and he's going to make everybody uncomfortable.
No, because he looks like a girl. It's
Ru-
not going to make people
What's cross-dresser looks legit?
Well,
That you can't
apparently
pick out.
RuPaul.
Besides RuPaul, that gives you boners. I get that. Look, I award this to the defendants.
Thank fucking you.
You guys need your prosecutors. You
got
need to
this.
get your shit together, okay? Listen.
I got this. I made a great case.
Brady-
just own up to it.
Oh, Brady almost had me because Brady sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but then you just you totally confused.
You went down that shit road with women.
I'm a little mentally fatigued after this one. This one was it was hard for me to follow exactly what
Your
the
Honor,
shit was
I'll try
going
to
on.
speak slower next
Transgender
time.
bathrooms. Fuck the world.
For my next case, I'll try to.
Oh, all right. Look, we're gonna do one more rotation.
The judge has never had indoor plumbing.
Yeah, they got bathrooms where you come from.
Yeah.
It's just outhouses.
It just runs up and shits in a coal mine.
All right, we're gonna do one more rotation.
All right.
For the love of God, I am hungry.
Me too. But it's a
Hashtag
tie
me too.
game, so
All right.
as of now, Your Honor, you're buying lunch.
Yeah, I'm fucked on this. How are we looking on the score here, by the way?
I'm not sure if these scores reflect what has actually occurred, but it looks like we all have the same amount.
Oh, y'all. Okay, well, this is
Tie up. We're
oh,
tie
man.
up. Yep.
It's tie game, right? Oh yeah, because we had some half points.
We had some
half
half
points.
That's hung Jerry shit. All right, get that. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
maybe
right.
this one. We'll step it up a little bit on this. All right. I don't want to make anything too difficult, but
Obviously.
oh, all right. I guess he's not winning. All right, Mr. Burton.
Yes, sir.
You are.
Yes, Your Honor.
Look, this is a high-profile case in West Virginia. Here, you need to please defend why making incest legal is a totally acceptable. Why should we make incest legal? Incest. That's brother and sister or family members.
Shit just got dark.
Well,
I don't know if I want this one. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and pass to Brady.
sir, you've already.
No, I haven't.
No, he hasn't.
You have not passed.
No. Passing to Miller.
Wow. I see. I knew this one would fucking make you guys scratch your head. Because how you defend this? It's almost impossible.
It's real easy. If she's hot.
It's bloodline shit.
All right. Well.
See.
Okay, all right. So this.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about males.
Oh no! Oh shit! Here we go.
It all depends if women have shit in front of you or not.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so Mr. Brady, you are now the public defender on this, on making incest legal.
Man, great use of a pass.
Yeah.
That was pretty
I'm
smooth.
glad I took that Bill Cosby
I'd love
one.
to hear
That-
Ben's argument on this one.
No,
Your
I gotta
Honor.
say, I after my Bill Cosby argument, I was feeling like, oh, I should have passed. Nope, good save. That's all I'm saying.
All right, you ready?
Oh, I have to take it?
Yeah.
I could pass it.
No.
A double pass?
Oh, I guess you could.
Or are we doing this like the White Elephant Party, which one?
Fucking pass it. I'm not scared.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right, he's going to take it.
I welcome the challenge to defend anything.
This was actually one of yours to begin with when I
Oh,
kinda
really?
put these
Defend
together.
incest?
Yeah.
The only child with no family?
All right, and you're on the clock, sir.
First of all, if your sister's hot, you got... No, I'm kidding.
They were asking for it.
Listen. I invited her up to my room.
She took the drink.
Hey, she drank it. Hey, finger up your butthole.
Putting.
All right, listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. I am listening. It's my job.
I will admit that the thought or the perception of incestual relationships is I don't know the proper technical medical term for it, but I say it's gross. It's gross, Your Honor.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will admit the thought of the concept of an incestual relationship is in fact gross.
Okay.
But here's the thing about the law, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is the law is not here to define what is gross, right? Because what is gross? I don't like liver and onions. That is gross. But I have no right to take away your right to eat liver and onions, correct? So let me just start by, what I like to do in my arguments is address the arguments against them from the get-go.
Okay.
So what we have against the argument of incest is it's usually, Your Honor, very simplistic. It starts with you're gross, and the next one starts to the gene pool, right? We're going to have defects, birth defects,
Yes,
right?
sir.
These so-called birth defects.
Please let the court know he used air quotes for this.
Yeah, so-called birth defects, right? Well, listen.
Yes.
First of all, in order for those, I'm going to call witnesses to back this up scientifically. But in order for those birth defects to become known, it has to be incest over generation over generation. And in fact, for my example, to prove this fact is that oftentimes in the animal world, right, very, very high-grade canines or equestrian, what do they call them, horses? Equines.
I'm not fucking making your case for you, bro.
So they will, in fact, engage in incestual behavior in order to keep that bloodline as pure as possible, right? Now, listen, anything taken too far can be a bad thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to...
Incest, for example.
Yeah, right. So
I have watched dogs do each other, and they were both guys. So I get you. I see what you're
right. So Here's the thing, though,
That was way too far.
we have to decide under the law, and the law, that lady justice is blind, right? So
Yes.
she doesn't, those scales do not have a gross setting. There are plenty of things that are gross. I'm sure behaviors in some of these bedrooms around this table could be defined as gross.
Oh, boy.
But guess what? We don't get, as a society and under a law, we do not get to define what is gross for somebody else.
So
What we need
glad that he skipped over scat play on that one.
So,
Scat.
therefore,
Yes.
Your Honor, we have to look at the actual harm to society. And I am saying that the claims of birth defects and genetic problems are way overblown, as evidenced by the animal breeding community, and that we have no right to define love and define attraction for other folks. And, you know, let's face it, it's easier to consolidate benefits and all that other stuff too, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
like, because it's like, you know, if I got 2 kids and they're banging, like, do I have to pay for the wedding now? You know, for daughter and son? You know, I think it could be cheaper.
You could probably just quit while you're ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and just call time on you, Mr. Brady.
Scientifically speaking, I'd like to go.
Yeah.
And go ahead and say
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
it's
Mr.
fucking
Turpin.
wrong.
Okay. Well,
There's plenty of studies.
Your
that
Honor,
support
I'd like
the
to ask Mr.
facts.
Turpik what the highest grade he
Let's
completed
not
was.
worry about what's gross. I had graduated enough grades to know I don't fuck my sister. And you can put that on the record.
Just because you have an ugly sister.
oh.
Damn.
Look, that's
I can neither confirm
order-
or deny
yeah,
that statement.
that's
What is the opinion of ugly, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Is his same fucking defense of what is your opinion of gross. But now his opinion of ugly somehow is relevant to my sister's appearance.
Oh.
I would like to say that's shit, then let's throw the whole gross stuff out.
Okay.
Let's stick with scientific facts.
Yes, sir.
Incest is wrong.
Yeah.
We have years and years and years of scientific data that says incest causes real birth defects. Things that us as a society have to deal with. You know, like creating more hospitals to house these incestual children,
Oh.
creating more drugs to take care of these so they don't go out and murder people and run rampant when they get off their 30 acres of wilderness.
Your Honor,
and
I
friggin-
object. That is a mischaracterization of people that are exhibiting their true love. I also would like to point
Sounds
out,
like
Your
hippie talk
Honor,
to me.
I would also like to point
Love
out,
your
Your
brother,
Honor,
love your
there's,
sister was not meant to be taken literally.
there's incest in the Bible.
All right. Overruled. Overruled.
Overruled.
Continue. You've had your time, sir. Continue, Mr.
He might
Turpin.
as well say, like, let's just make prisons for all these black people that are running amok.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Order.
How was anything that I said?
I'm about ready to put you in contempt, sir.
How was anything I said remotely? Now he's insinuating my defense or my accusations or my. Come on, get out of here. You're not in my head.
All right. Continue.
And this is a guy whose whole defense is solely based on what he considers to be gross or the public opinion of gross or not.
Ah.
But now we're led to believe that he can read thoughts within my mind. Incest is wrong. The
Yeah.
end.
Okay.
that's all I have.
all right. Yeah, that was it.
Scientifically, you're fucked up.
That was a quick ending. I wasn't ready for that. Sorry.
I'm not ready for it.
Very flimsy.
Mr. Burton.
The only thing I have to add to this,
It's fucking gross.
is
Fucking
that
gross.
I am so glad I passed.
You know, a lot of attorneys said that to OJ, too. And then Johnny Cochran.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really add anything to what Ben has said because I'm not really sure what the fuck we're talking about anymore.
All right.
Your Honor, before you render a decision.
I'd like you just to make a ruling, please.
Your Honor, before you render your decision, I would like to point out that your decision cannot be based off of your prior prejudices, or it has to be solely.
I think
on
he
the-
was going to make a West
Are you
Virginia
being-
comment.
That's what I was gonna say. Is he going back to West Virginia here?
Clearly he's trying
your
to
verdict
incite the
needs to be
fucking-
based solely on the strength of the arguments.
Not the fact that he's from West Virginia.
Sir, you're talking yourself right out of ruling. I suggest you just.
Their whole defense was it's gross.
It's true.
That was not. That was actually yours words that brought it up. My defense was science says it's fucked up.
Science at the. I'm looking at the.
Birth defects.
That's why you brought up the public opinion thinks it's gross
Let
shit.
me check the court recorder. Yeah, you said that science is fucked up. All right.
I would disagree. I need that court fucking
All right,
court
look.
stenographer.
That's me making a ruling here. Yes, I am from West Virginia, and I am a little biased when it comes to having a little down-home fun. I have to rule in favor of, and this is the reason why, Mr. Brady Miller, first off.
You're a fair and just
in
judge.
this world, in this fucking world we live in, the law of just because you think it's fucked up doesn't mean, it doesn't mean it's wrong, right? Just so you think it's gross, just because some people like to look at horse cocks.
Don't look at me.
That was a hypothetical situation.
Hey, if I get horse cock on the next round, even my argumentative skills
It just doesn't mean
have
it's wrong.
limits.
I do not agree. I agree that incest, the scientific facts behind it, you're right. It does create retarded children or whatever. I don't know what else it fucking does.
To the extreme.
To the extreme.
Multi-generational incest.
But in this world where we have transgender bathrooms and, I don't know, people are trying to defend guys like, who the fuck you defend? Bill Cosby. Then I'm going to rule in Barry's favor. There you go.
Wow.
Take that point home. Fuck. Look, you think your jobs are hard. Jesus Christ, I had to agree with you.
This is getting deep over here, man. Woo.
And that is a good judge, one that will
never saw that
separate
one
his
come.
own biases from the ruling.
Man.
I've got to go. My sister's going to be home in 5 minutes.
I got to fire up that webcam in the shower.
Times they are changing, apparently.
All right, Ben.
Yeah.
Since
Are we
it-
on to me, even
It
though he
is,
passed?
and then we'll come back to Jason.
Okay.
Jason will be in. All right, listen, we're gonna get some real hard hitting facts and
All
shit
right.
here. All right, none of this incest bullshit and
That's
horse cock. I don't know where that horse cock comment came from, but
Well, it came from your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been drinking. No, anyway.
So much for not being premium, huh?
Hey, right now is the time to subscribe. I just want to let everybody know right now.
Hashtag Jello Pop, hashtag horse cock.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, Ben,
All ears.
Mr. Turpek. These are
So are you saying Travis Haley never brought up horse cock
no, he didn't.
Never?
I don't
All
think that word has been used on our podcast at all.
before?
Yeah.
Oh, we like to break new ground.
Yeah. Boy, good thing we can edit this. Anyway, all right. Mr. Turpek, I need to know. I please defend why waterboarding terrorist is inhumane, please.
Why it's inhumane.
Yes, sir. Why waterboarding terrorist is inhumane?
Oh, my goodness.
I told you we're getting tough here.
Why waterboarding terrorist is inhumane.
You still have a pass, by the way.
I'm going to use it.
Oh, wow! Right off the bat. Then when that sends it straight to.
I'm fucking not
No,
super
I
knowledgeable
got
about this.
I got this.
You assume I'm passing it to you.
No, you have to.
I think
I thought you said earlier left or right.
it's a pass left. Sorry.
He's already had his
Oh.
last go.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Brady's
if you're
done.
passing,
Wanted to change
it
it
goes
up.
to me.
I was going your way anyways.
Okay, good.
All right, Mr.
the clock,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Burton.
Start
Why
the
is
clock. Start the clock.
I can't fucking say this word.
Why is waterboarding in terrorists inhumane?
Yes, sir.
All right, I can make
You're
this
on the
argument.
clock, sir.
All right.
Oh, Brady's like fucking taking notes.
All right.
He's got his legal pad out.
You all are swimmers here. I know you are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I know that was part of your old, your previous employment.
Life before
That's right.
judging.
Yeah.
You don't need to kiss my
Ben,
ass.
you're a swimmer. You know how to swim. Is that correct?
Not, kind of.
Have
I'm
you-
more like a fish just flopping it. Like it's horrible. You'd think I'd be
Have
linear
you
enough.
been?
Your Honor, I'm retarded.
You've been in water.
Sure.
Okay, Brady, I know you know how to swim. I've swam in your pool with you.
Right then.
Yeah.
That's a little weird visual.
Put a wig on the little guy, he gets kind of hot.
Not
right?
just two of us. I mean, it's a family event, and that's not incestual.
All right.
Okay, so
no horse cocks in this one. All right.
waterboarding simulates drowning. Is that everyone's understanding of waterboarding? Simulates drowning?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you a little story. When I was young, okay, I was about 11 years old or something like that. We would always have a 4th of July party.
Okay.
Okay.
Like most Americans.
Yeah, because we love America.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So 4th of July party. One 4th of July. I had a cousin. She was 9 at the time. And my cousin drowned. In the pool.
And I banged her.
my cousin drowned in the pool. Now,
This is getting fucking deep, man. Hold up.
listen. So
You probably should have held off on that joke before you tried to have the punchline. Wow.
Before or after her eyes rolled up.
So here I am. I'm 11 years old, and we're
Okay.
at the 4th of July party. And,
I don't know how this is
you know,
funny, but yeah, go ahead.
I don't know why you're laughing.
And somebody came, from the inside the house, and they said, well, how long has she been at the bottom? So we dove down, we pulled her up, and despite our best efforts,
Yes, sir.
she died.
Oh.
Okay. So
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I can only imagine the feeling.
Way to bring down the podcast.
I can only imagine the feeling.
Can we go back to banging your sister?
Yeah. Horse cocks for everybody.
I have my pass back.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the feeling of drowning.
Okay.
Having that last breath.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling of helplessness
Yes,
that
sir.
must have been. And despite the fact that I am not a fan of terrorism, and I am not a fan of terrorists,
Gotcha.
I think we as a society
Mm-hmm.
have enough resources at our disposal that we can get the information we need out of terrorists without making them feel helpless, without making them feel like they are on the edge of death, just as my little cousin felt.
Fucking.
So I do believe that
I'm about ready to tear
waterboarding
up
is,
here, man.
is as absolutely inhumane because we've left them with the feeling of we can't be their savior. And in America, that's un-American because America is, as we all at this table would probably agree, look, whether we like the job or not, we are the world's savior, the United States of America.
Yes, sir.
But yet we are willing to put that aside and make these people feel helpless in order to complete that job. I think that if we do and we continue to do things like this, it will further lead to the downfall of America. It will lead to a lesser moral standard than we have not only become accustomed to, but we've also led the world with.
Okay.
So ask yourself this question: do you want to feel like that helpless little girl?
Oh, fuck. Jesus.
Or do you want to be the person making somebody feel
Your Honor,
like
I'd
that?
like to be removed from this case.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Well said, sir. You can stand down.
Are we ready now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, no emotion. Fucking cold over there.
I know, man.
Mr. Burton.
Ice cold.
Brought this
Yes,
fucking-
Mr. Miller.
I will say that is a very touching case that you've just made.
It should be.
Unfortunately, you are drawing wrong conclusions. And, just as I was listening to your argument here, I noticed a lot of the words that you used, such things as feel, as simulate, right? And I'd look up the Webster's definition of simulate, but I think it goes something like this. Not fucking real. I.e. fake, right?
Yes.
So while I would agree with you that America does have a role in this world of holding the moral high ground, there are things that this country shall not do. But the problem is when you equate a certain level of behavior with that of other country, we don't torture. See, that's the thing is you're changing the definition of the word torture. So what we have here is waterboarding being labeled as torture. And that puts it on the same plane as ripping off fingernails, using the old DeWalt drill on the kneecaps. So you are making a false moral equivalency based off of something that, by your own words, Mr. Burton, is simulation and made to feel. In other words, not actual damage inflicted on this person. And we are also dealing with another breed of people. We make the mistake of America of assuming that other cultures aspire to the same things we do, which is basically fucking extra TiVo space and Uber Eats delivery, right? Like they want these comfort things. We're not dealing with those type of people, Mr. Burton. We're dealing with fucking animals. They understand one thing and one thing only, and that is violence and force. And as Americans, we cannot engage in interrogations that use actual force. Therefore, we are limited to methods that use simulations, i.e. fucking fake, that induce a feeling, i.e. not actual damage, that makes these people give us the pertinent information and intelligence that we need. So while I ache in my heart for your family and your dead cousin at the bottom of the pool, But Makbu al-Hamid or whatever the fuck the dirty nightshirt guy was or something like that, that motherfucker's not harmed. He's in Guantanamo Bay, eating sandwiches, praying towards Mecca, playing volleyball, checkers, whatever the fuck else he was. Because you want to know why? He wasn't drowned at the bottom of your 4th of July pool. It was fucking simulated. Therefore, Mr. Burton, these behaviors and these activities that true red-blooded Americans have gone in is so your family can actually have a party next 4th of July. Because if you have your way, Mr. Burton, it's not going to be your fucking cousin at the bottom of the pool. It's going to be this whole fucking country. I rest my case.
I'm sorry, I was so fucking wrapped up in this. I had to play God Bless America real quick. Oh, wow. I'm almost teared up. Ben, do you got anything to add?
What he said.
There we go. There we go. Fucking, where's my gavel? You know you lost this one, motherfucker. Fuck yeah. Hey, we're waterboarding everybody right here, man. Woo!
Oh, waterboard my hot cousin.
Oh. Nice try. Nice try, Burton.
I had to
You
try.
fucking commie. Shit, that was good.
man.
Oh man, I was a little late on the God Bless America song.
I
right?
like it though. Oh man, it was inspiring. I started to tear up. I was like, while I was giving that oration, I was like, man, fucking love this country.
Damn.
I'm not even sure we need another round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably go out on a high note, huh?
Woo.
I was. Yeah. Fuck.
Well, thank you for joining us
what's
on,
the score?
What is this, episode 71 of
Look,
the
you know
Skillset
what?
podcast?
I'm gonna end it. Fuck it.
No. Hold on. Your
What's up?
Honor.
What?
Ben.
What's that?
Uh,
Oh, you slid something over to me.
yeah, our extra bonus.
Oh,
this is
shit.
our bonus.
Oh. Is this what you guys fucking slid?
I think this is what the kids call flipping the script.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard that once on a
So
YouTube
Brady
video.
slid something over to me,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'll pass
Yeah.
it to you now. Right? I'll just read it.
All right.
Brady would like to play. I guess in this case, you want to be the judge. Is how this is going to go? You said flip the script.
Oh, yeah. I'll be the judge. Yeah.
All right. Let me get
I'm
ready.
gonna make Jason defend shoes.
It's almost not bad. I'm reading what you wrote.
Oh.
I'm reading what you wrote.
Yes, sir.
All right, here it is. So, Mr. Swore,
Yes, sir.
you need
Counselor Swar. Counselor.
Counselor Swore.
Yeah.
Right. You need to defend Overland.
Oh.
So here, I'll hold it up for the camera. I'm not making it up. That's what he slid over. There we go.
Ain't no fucking way. Are you?
Yeah, so that's what he slid over.
Fucking
In order to be a judge,
kill
you
the
have to be a
messenger.
good attorney.
glorified.
Don't kill the messenger.
Woo! Start the clock, buddy.
I turned off my clock.
It's okay. I got a timer.
Oh.
Keep in
Defend-
mind, potential advertisers could be listening.
Oh shit! See now you put me in a bad spot.
Don't worry, ain't no one listening after that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Probably one person watching right now.
All right.
They drowned a poor Jason
up, Sheffield?
pool over there.
All right.
So,
Timer started.
real quick, can anybody in this room actually define what overlanding is?
Oh, I have to do that?
Yes, sir.
Counselor Turpic.
Overlanding
This is for the court.
Like, we'll keep it simple.
Yeah.
Originally, the term means car camping abroad continents. You know, amongst continents, over continents, overland.
Right.
Right.
You bet.
Typically for the international traveler.
Who is the judge on this one, just so we know?
I am.
Brady.
Brady. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, traditional camping, right? You backpack in, you fucking sleep underneath the stars. Peasant shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Did you get what I'm getting? Oh wait, I'm talking to the wrong person. Sorry. I need to address to Brady. Right? It's a lower level of entertainment for the I'm fucking digging myself a hole. For the blue collar man. Right?
Okay, continue.
You can't make an argument against. You
I'm
know,
not.
you're the judge.
I am.
But where does that lead? So the non-skilled white collar professional, right? You make 6, 8, 7 figures, whatever. It's all irrelevant. Okay? I need to see Ben's face. Sorry. All right. We don't have an outlet that you poor people have, where I can just go out into the woods and throw a strap around a tree and take a shit and sit around a campfire and tell stories and ghost whatever. We don't have that outlet, right? Rich people, we need to feel involved. We need to get to our roots back in the day. But I don't want to lay down on the dirts. What am I going to do? What is my $150,000 Range Rover going to do when I'm sleeping in dirt? I'm not made for that. You understand that, right? I am made for 500 count cotton sheets, Egyptian cotton, by the way. But I still like to feel one with nature. Now, how do I do that? Do I go out and say, if I walked out to Bend, I walk out to your campfire and I said, hey, fellas, right? You mind if I sit down and do some s'mores? What are you going to do? You're going to fuck me up. I get that.
What? What kind of gangster-ass camping you talking about? Sorry.
Judge.
Sorry.
Settle the fuck down. All right? I need my own class of people. Super rich, arrogant, cocksucking people.
Bill Cosby?
Yes. I need to hang with these type of people. You get what I'm saying? And so Overland was created.
Oh.
All right.
I see the argument he's trying to make here.
So we get together with our super expensive fucking Jeeps, right? And we talk about guys like Ben, who's sitting, an acre back over there in the woods with his little fire starter fucking. Why are you drawing a picture of my face and putting it next to it? Okay, sorry.
I need to be clear. Are you defending Overland here?
Yeah. Yes, I'm explaining why we have to have
I get where he's coming from.
I get it, right?
Just making sure.
Rich, stuck-up, snooty motherfuckers need to have a camping experience just like you guys, okay? Just like the common folk out there. How many times have you been to Overland?
Never.
Exactly. But you would. I know you're probably pulling down what, $1 million or $2 million a year. All right. Fucking making. What do you make again? Guns.
What do you make again?
Your Honor, I would submit to the court that he's doing a shitty job.
And I would also like to add, when's the fact that Jason's done anything besides go to work or go to the range?
You're right.
Very true.
I'm just saying that nature is everybody's bitch. Okay?
And everybody has a different.
And you
level
can
of
quote me
comfort.
on that. Nature is everybody's bitch. And I like a little bit of, like a little piece of my bitch as well, just like you guys would. Just like your incest shit you guys were talking about a minute ago. I want a piece of this. Just because I've made $10 million this year on my, it's all my offshore account, of course, right? Doesn't mean I don't want to, I don't know, feel rugged. Maybe let my 5 o'clock shadow go 2 days.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So why can't I have an upper class, a higher class of camping or glamping, what you guys would call it? Why can't I do that and do that with my rich fucking friends?
And thus Overland has been created?
And thus Overland. And we have like classes and shit, right?
Wait, there's
We
classes
put
on Overland?
classes to make us feel like we'll do like survival classes. We don't give a fuck. You know how we survive? We got credit cards, bitches. Okay? But we do these classes because, this is our feeling. You ever seen those guys that want to go take this 1 week Navy SEAL challenge because we want to feel like a Navy SEAL, but they don't want to fucking spend 4 years or whatever going to Navy? That's what we want, okay? Because we're rich. And we don't need to live like, I don't know, like the common folk. I hate to say that, quote unquote. But that's why I think we need an Overland.
All right.
That's probably, go ahead.
I think Ben's probably in the best position to.
So do I,
Can I just fucking leave now?
like, why Overland sucks? That's me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's fucking stupid. Because Rich Whitey's fucking ruining it.
Ah.
Just call it what it is.
Oh.
Fucking glamping, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking glamping. Your overlanding is stupid. It's all fucked up. You're doing it wrong. You gotta have a toilet and fancy sheets and fucking expensive cars that you're too scared to fucking. You spend more time collecting patches and Instagram likes than you do out fucking wildflower fucking pictures and butterflies and experience. Overland is stupid. There, I rest my case.
Damn. This is why I don't camp with you, Ben.
I've got 15 more reasons, but I want to get this guy in.
I
got to wrap this up.
I actually unapologetically have nothing to say about this.
There we go.
Come on, man. He's supposed to be defending why it's cool, and you're supposed to be saying why it's not.
I know, I completely understand, but his argument has confused the fuck out of me. For a minute there, I thought he was saying overlanding sucked. And then the next minute, I thought he was saying overlanding is cool. I see
if
that
the Range Rover don't fit, you must have quit,
Oh, shit.
Brady right now wishes that he was not the judge, because I guarantee he'd like to be making an argument.
Here's why overlanding's dumb. Because it doesn't take a $1.5 million fucking earth roamer for me to go out and experience nature. It shouldn't take a fucking Swiss Army tent trailer to be set up as a base camp for 2 fucking days while you're down the street at the fucking Ritz-Carlton.
We like to call it
for
a
everyone
compound.
to drive by. It's like they drive to the first fucking dirt road they see just to get some IG pics and get a little dirt on the tires, and then fucking drive right back to their 5 fucking garage fucking mansion.
Well,
sorry, I can't.
Is that not efficiency?
I can't hear you from my double-decker fucking tent. Sorry.
That's why overlanding is stupid.
I think we should go to the judge because I'm hungry as shit right now.
Mr. Squire,
yes, sir.
Your argument was very spurious, to say the least.
Someone tell me what that means.
You were.
You got to make a ruling.
You know.
And we got to do it quick.
So it was kind of like, yeah, well, rich assholes need to have a place to camp too.
He's confident with his money.
Yes.
I understood his fucking defense perfectly. And I was trying to say why Overland was stupid.
It's hard to make a determination because you guys were making the same argument, but he was doing
But that was my job. I was doing my job.
But he was doing it under the guise of process. Therefore, I rule for Ben Turpic, Esquire.
Hey, I did my job better.
Yes,
that's my job.
That's right. Because here we are talking about the law, not about emotion.
Well, hold on a second here. Let's address the most important point right now, okay?
Whatever. I'll be out of jail in the fucking day.
Listen. The most important point is this: now that you have given Ben that, and he has scored one up on the board, that basically means that I have to buy lunch. So,
yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
And that is what we call a win, gentlemen.